You don't understand. It goes something like this. So let him shine on me. Shine on me. So let him shine on me. Shine on me. So let him shine on me. Shine on me. Shine on me.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon. Listen, we're here, we're excited. I'm Lester Robinson, and we got an exciting thing. I got a friend of mine over here I want to introduce you to. We're talking about Give the World Love.
Yes.
And we got with me right now Ray Ramos from Project Hype. How you feeling, my brother?
How you doing, Lester?
Good to
Nice
see
to
you.
meet you.
Good to
You
see
said
you,
my
man.
name is Ray Ramos. I'm the founder and CEO of Project Hype Inc., which is helping young people evolve. We've been around since about 2005. And what Project Hype is, it's a manhood and leadership development program for young men. Takes them through the transitions and the trials and tribulations that they go through as manhood, but then it gives them an opportunity to understand how to navigate the challenges of manhood. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. And how long has it been going on?
We've been in existence since about 2005. We started out serving Southeast Queens schools. PSMS 147 is our place where we got originally started. It's in Cambria Heights, Queens, and it served young men from 5th grade to 8th grade. Then we had our high school component, which is at the old Andrew Jackson High School
Okay.
in Cambria Heights, and we service, young men from 9th grade to 12th grade.
Right, okay.
And then we expanded to Long Island, New York, where we currently have a program called Men of Elma, and I was part of helping that get established. I say back in 2016.
Wow, okay, great.
Then we have our faith-based component, which is STAND, Students
Amen.
Trained and Nurtured for Destiny,
Wow.
out of Bethel Gospel Tabernacle. And
Yes,
so
yes.
we started that program like around 2018. We've
Great,
been around.
great. Yeah, I see. You guys doing a lot. One of the things about Give the World Love is because what's happening right now in our community. I think what you guys got going, I think it's important that we definitely want you to be involved with this and to challenge this nation and our community. With all the gun violence that we see, our young people, and as you know, the different program that you have running, you can tell that it is needed now.
Yes.
To give back some kindness, to give back just some sharing something good about you and someone else and doing something good for somebody else.
Yes.
When somebody helped me when I was younger, it was always, look, do the right thing. Even if I'm like getting in trouble, my uncle said, no, come on back, don't do that, son, that's not good for you, that's not good for you. And so nowadays, I think by you having the program and us working together with Give the World, I think it would be a great asset to what we're doing. And we can tell the nation that this is important about giving the world love, giving it back to somebody else. And so I'm just excited for you being a part of this, and I'm looking forward for us to do some great things together
Yes, sir.
on this. We have done experience I had even coming out, working with ACS for over 28 years, and then working as an operational manager for lockup security detention. As you know, it can be very hard, and sometimes the aftercare, what happens where there's no aftercare that's going to help them. So sometimes they regurgitate the same behavior and they wind right back into the same system.
Right.
Give the World Love is trying to teach them that there's another way to go about it. And so with your program and what we are doing, I think will be excellent. And what you are doing out there, we want you to give the world love and show somebody else that you don't have to hurt and kill and destroy people, but you can lift them up. And that's what we want to do. We want to lift people up, showing them the love, the godly love, and showing that you don't have to be always so angry. There's an anger going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot of anger going on. A lot of it is self-inflicted. When we talk about young people, because we're talking about Give the World Love, we're talking about everybody. But
That's right.
Young people in general, a lot of times what they are subjected to from their childhood and not being able to lament and be able to get it off their shoulders,
That's
they
right.
carry that excess baggage.
Yes, they do.
Then you talk about, us as adults. If we don't have anybody to help us navigate that at younger ages, we just carry that all the way out through our adulthood, and at some point in time, that begins to come out. So I really am excited about
Yes.
giving the world love, because
Yes.
it's taking people and understanding that no matter what your trials and tribulations are, whatever you're going through or have gone through,
Uh-huh.
that you're needed. There is a purpose that's
Yes.
been given to you.
That's right.
And so, allowing someone to come in and show you how to give the world love.
That's right.
And show you how to love yourself first.
Come on now.
And
Come on.
foremost
Come on.
is important.
Yeah, I love what you just said right there, Brother Ray. When you said there's a purpose,
Yes.
a lot of time our people don't have a purpose, and they're just existing every day. Like I made it today, by giving the world love and showing them that somebody reaching out to you and say there's more to you.
Yeah.
When I hear people say, young people say, well, listen, there's nothing about me, I'm good, I'm just gonna do my thing, and they don't know what that thing is. A lot of times they're raised by the rap videos, they're raised by television, and it's not really tangible. But when you have something tangible with someone who's speaking into your life, as someone's spoken to your life, someone's spoken to my life, and that's what Give the World Love is all about. Speaking into other people's lives, showing them kindness, showing them that there is an alternative way to do great things for yourself. There's hope. So there's a purpose and there's hope for you. As my brother here, we're talking about it, we're excited about it. And you know what? I challenge you. I challenge your church. I challenge your organization to give the world love. Show some kindness. And that's what we hear about, showing the world kindness. Listen, we just regular men here serving and giving back because someone gave to us. And that's why we want to take this all over this nation, out locally, nationally, internationally, give the world love. So Ray, man, I'm excited about, man, you having with me, man.
I can't wait.
That's it. We're looking for some great things, man.
2020 was the test.
Wasn't it?
2021
Wasn't
is
it?
now the opportunity.
That's
Tell
right.
people all the time.
That's right.
It was a timeout in 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
Timeout to show us
Mhm.
just where we were flawed,
That's right.
just where we can improve, how we can get better, so that in 2021, as we come out of this
That's right.
pandemic,
Mhm.
there is so much more for us to do. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, if you've been laying back,
That's right.
it's time to get in the game.
Time to get in the game. Absolutely. And, even when people talk about 2020, you talk about people gain weight. I got the 20 pounds, I think, somebody put the 20 pounds, But nevertheless, it's time to move on now.
Yeah.
That's behind us. We have a whole new system going on. There's another new president going on. And you know what? I think it's important to recognize there is a bright future ahead of you.
Yes, there is.
And that's why we're here talking about Give the World Love. Talking about the things that you can do in your community. Sometimes just a little kindness. I mean, once I did something, I was at I was in IHOP, and I just felt there was this young lady and they had these two little kids there, and I said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy their breakfast. And I didn't tell them anything, but I told the waiter.
Yeah.
So when the waiter told them, she just started crying. She said, oh my goodness, you're gonna hear about this on TV.
Yeah.
But it is little kindness like that, because you never know. I mean, going out on the streets, last year, during the pandemic, we was feeding the homeless.
Nice.
We had our masks on, with gloved up, double mask. And you know what they said? Thank you.
Yeah.
They said, thank you, you're not afraid of us. No, and that did something. We prayed with them to let them know that you are somebody, and you are somebody. And you are out there listening, you're somebody. And we want to let you know that we are here, and the team is here to embrace this hashtag, Give the World Love. And that's what you guys do. We want to challenge you. Now, we had the bucket challenge. We had this type of challenge.
Push-up challenge.
Yeah, all push-up challenge. Crunch, how many crunches you can do, So right now, we're going to talk about Give the World Love challenge.
Yes.
And we want to challenge you about giving the world love. Because it's important. We know we need it. There's a lot of hate going out there. But love overcome hate. Kindness overcome evilness. And we're just looking for you, and we're here, and others are here, and we challenge you. Me and Brother Ray, we challenge you. Let's get it. Let's get it going on. This whole nation, our locally, all internationally, let it be a buzz now. What? Give the world love. Yeah, give the world Love.
And it's not a new word.
No, this
Love is not a new
that's
word.
universal.
Love
That's
is-
not white, that's not black, that's a universal.
It's an action word.
Action word. You got to do something about it. And then when you do something about it, it comes back to you. Give it to others what you want done unto you. And that's what we're here to do, to give back to you. So hey man, Ray man, I'm excited for you man, that you're part of here man, and we're excited for you out here. And I want you guys to know, Project Hype is what it is. This brother's doing a great thing with it and touching a lot of lives. Okay? And as well, I want you to come on, get involved with what we're doing also. Look at it under all my social media. We're getting involved with things. We expect some great things for 2021, 2022. Me and my brother teaming up. And we want to team up with you.
Yes, sir.
We want to team up with you.
I challenged our young people, our youth,
Come on.
as this is going on live stream.
Yes.
You that have access to social media, you that create such a movement through the social media platform, we are challenging you, the young people,
That's right.
because it's going to take you guys to spread this not only nationally but internationally amongst your community.
That's right.
It was the young people that got a lot of the George Floyd movement and all of this going. So we want to use that same energy
Same energy.
that was used throughout 2020 and 2021
Yes.
to galvanize not only locally
That's
but
right.
internationally,
International.
to now set this movement in motion
That's right.
and begin to really take hold of it
That's right.
and spread it throughout the world.
Absolutely, because I was in Washington, D.C. during the march, and I was out there with Alex Sharp, and there was tens of thousands of people. And that's what we're looking for, tens of thousands of people giving love back to the community, giving love back to your church, to your non-for-profit, showing them, these young people,
That's what you mentioned the church.
Yeah,
Last year,
Uh-huh.
we were able to get a Truth to Power march
yeah,
done through our church.
you see?
And the hashtag was the church has left the building.
Ooh.
So many times the church is taking care of inside,
Uh-huh,
but this was a movement to not only show that we empathize with the community
yes,
and that we are there as a spiritual community,
that's right,
but we must take our part
that's right,
and hit the streets and hit the community as
That's
well.
right, that's
So that
right.
we can come behind and make sure that everything that the community is supposed to get, the resources and the knowledge,
That's
that
right.
the church is behind it. So,
Absolutely. I mean, the word tells us go out to the highways and hedges to compel man. The church back in the 60s was very active in the community, and we need to get back there.
Yeah.
And we are. You're doing it, I'm doing it, but we need you guys to be a part of it and a part of this hashtag, Give the World Love, because that's what it's going to take. It's going to take men and women of all ethnic background, whatever it is, but just to show that we can do it together. United we stand, divided we fall. And so it is an exciting moment for us, for my brother here to be with me, and for you. We're going to challenge you. Take videos of some kindness. Show somebody what you did. Send me a message. Let us know what is going on. And we'll be sending things out to you as well, because we are excited about this. This is a great time. It's a good time to be living in. And those of you, we'll go back for a moment in reference to you, your 20 pounds you caught during the pandemic. Don't worry about that. Just start eating right, start walking, getting healthy, you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fine. And you'll make a change. Because people are looking for the real change agent. And my brother, he's a change agent. I'm a change agent, and you're a change agent. So we say again, let us come together and give the world love. Tell somebody, tell your congressman, tell your local senators, tell them about what you're doing and show them, hey, this is what we're doing. I challenge you, we challenge you to give the world love.
and it's not a one-time thing.
That's right.
We want this to continue.
Continue. Listen, in order for it to grow, there have to be a spark. So we're the spark. So now let's make it be a bonfire. Okay, let's have a bonfire.
Yeah, all right, let's get the bonfire going.
Let's get the bonfire going. And you know what it does? It'll show the people again. People are still caring. There are people who really care. And I know you care. We know you care. So hey, Brother Ray, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
I
you
really
back,
appreciate you, man. We're
Thank you
looking
for
forward to some
letting
great
me come
things.
on, give you the time.
Oh man, listen, we'll be back with others other things that's going on, because it's exciting right now. So I know there's a couple of questions coming at us, so we want to hear from the administration. They got some questions for us, so let's hear.
Okay, let's go.
So, all right, guys. So we have some questions coming out from the crowd. What are some of the things you believe that people can do for this hashtag Give the World Love? You know, from something simple to something big. People want to know, what is it that they can do?
Well, in my opinion, people can go out to volunteer. There are a number of agencies out there that you can get in contact with. There are a number of community-based organizations. If you don't know who they are, go to your local assemblyman and find out what's going on, the grassroots organizations, the PALs. Just get out there and volunteer. Those are one thing. The other thing is you can think about other projects that you can do individually or you can do as groups to target certain areas, even if it's just going out, to a park or somewhere, or just volunteering to just spread the word on what's going on. The other thing is in your local churches, the youth organizations in your local churches. Begin to galvanize, begin to strategize, if you haven't done already, to figure out how the church can also get involved in this.
That's right. I agree. And there's the little things is important. Sometimes we forget. I remember coming up as a kid, I used to go to A&P and I was pack bags and help the elderly, and they gave me the dollar, a lot of money back in those days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get a lot for a dollar back
but
then.
right now, it still can happen. Nowadays, you have people, older people are afraid. They're afraid because they fear the young people. They don't need to be afraid. So giving the world love is going out there and doing something that's unconditional, right? It's something that usually they don't do no longer. So we want to get that back.
Yeah.
So those things, as my brother mentioned, of the church getting more involved, but just go back into the core, into your community.
I think one other thing too is you can hit up Project Hype on Instagram, on Facebook. We always got projects and things going on. So definitely reach out through our networks. Reach out to my brother's hashtag on Instagram.
That's
and
right.
see what's going on and get involved.
That's right.
Next question out here. You guys talk about some recent personal experiences. I know, Lester, you had just mentioned that you bought somebody had purchased their meal, but can you guys talk about any other recent experience you had personally or with your group where you were sharing, giving the world love, so to speak?
Well, Project Hype, a few years ago, at the height of the Flint, Michigan situation that was going on, Project Hype took on a project along with our church, and we went out to Flint, Michigan. We purchased at least 4 tractor trailers full of water, hand sanitizer, wipes. We went out to Flint and spent about a week out there, and we set up shop. We set up shop in the inner city communities where they were very impoverished. We set up in areas where people had walked away from their home. People were pretty much hopeless. We met up with some gentlemen that call themselves the prodigal sons. And these are gentlemen that had done time and been incarcerated for various crimes, but they were giving back to the community because it was much needed. That people looked at Flint as just one particular area, but the area that was affected in Flint was the area of color.
That's right.
And so we were able to go out there, get
Awesome.
resources. We set up stations where we can pray with people, we can talk to people. And what came out of that is they just said, thank you.
Wow.
In 2018, we went out to New Bern, North Carolina, after they were hit with the hurricanes. And we got with an organization, Harvest Ministries out of California. And I was able to take a contingent of young people out there.
That's right.
And we volunteered to help rebuild churches that were totally destroyed. That
Wow.
were submerged by water, that had been collapsed.
Awesome.
So these are some of the things that we have gotten going on.
I mean, well, what we did as well, our church, there was a project where there was lacking food totally. And so they needed volunteers. And so some of the men, called Sons of Issachar, we all came together. And so what we did, we went out there and we gave them at least 300 units you know, up and down, and it was ecstatic.
Yeah.
He said, we knocked on their door. I said, here you go, boxes of food, lots of canned goods. They're like, wow, because they were afraid to come out. This is during the height of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so at one point, it just said, well, this is unbelievable. You guys are really here. They really help us. It happens? Yeah, it does. And that's what we did. We just reach out to the community and give back. That's what we did.
Good stuff.
Okay. All right. So next up in our line of questions. But do you have any particular advice for younger people now? Maybe young people in that early age range, that pre-teen age, right? Maybe don't have a lot of money and, you know, they can't travel around and do big things. Do you have any advice for really the young folks who want to get involved?
Well, like I said, the young people can follow Project Hype on Instagram. You can become a part of the program to learn how to integrate yourself in community service. That's one of the things we promote. And so for young people, it's just a matter of, like I said before, finding out what's going on in your local community. You know, we've taken some young people to our food pantry and helped them to give out food to the community.
That's right.
Just getting involved and just putting yourself in the game is all I can say to our preteens, that we need everybody.
That's right.
It's
Absolutely.
not relegated to the older generation, the middle-aged, teenagers. We have things for our adolescents.
That's
So you're
right.
never too young. If age is 9, you can start right now.
That's right.
And just getting involved with just your block alone. You do
That's
something
right.
on your block.
Amen. Well, you know, we work with DYS with our church, and one of the things we try to get them involved in reference to other things, finding out what are your skill sets, what do you like to do, and so let's see some of your skills. A lot of times they think, well, I want to do this. Well, let's do it. Let's try it at least. A lot of times people lose out. They feel that no one believes in their dreams, and so we're here to say that no, they are dreams. You can dream, and dreams do come true. Dreams do come true. And if you put yourself in between of the other noise, all right, and stay focused. Now, that's the biggest thing. You know, as a kid, every time we get off track, you know, your parents tell you, boy, stay focused. I think if young people will stay focused, I think you can accomplish anything you want to do. And that's what we try to do, make you be able to stay focused and help you grow into whatever God has for your life.
If you don't understand what focus is about placement.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times when you place yourself in those environments, like we're talking about volunteering, we're talking about being part of a youth group.
Mm-hmm.
Placement is where you learn your value. It's where you learn who you are, your identity.
That's right.
It's where you get your purpose.
That's right.
It's where you get your provisions
Mm-hmm.
so that you can be launched and be effective in your communities, on your block, in the world.
That's right. And as he stated, having a place, some place to start from. Having a place, a foundation, that's what we're talking about. And so we appreciate that, and we're going to keep making it happen, and that's what you can do. If what you really want, you can make that happen for yourself as well.
Okay. Question for both of you. Can you recall an act of kindness where you were given love that hit you at an important time in your life and really made a difference?
For myself, growing up in Brooklyn, New York, as a teenager, you know, for a lot of you young people won't remember block associations, but we had a block association, and we had a gentleman on the block. His name was Deacon Wilshire. And what Deacon Wilshire did was he took all the young people on the block. We had summer trips every year. We had free lunch programs. He put us in various sports that we would not have been afforded the opportunity to get involved in. And so that really spoke volumes as I got older. And a lot of us made some choices that we don't, we're not proud of.
That's right.
And not everybody made it, but he gave us the opportunity. He showed us the love, and he showed us that there's something beyond the block.
Absolutely. Well, you know, there was a man by the name of called Uncle George King, and he was a police officer, and he walked the block. And one day I was playing hooky, and he said, "Oh, where do you think you're going?" I said, I'm going, I got a half a day today. He said, shouldn't you be in school? I said, no, I have a half a day today. He said, no, you don't. Because the other day you said you had a half a day. And so, do you need me to contact your grandmother? The grandma was stronger than the mom. I said, don't call grandma, please. But what he did was he sat and said, listen, you're going to be something, and you're going to be somebody. But you need to stay in school. And it stuck with me. Like, this man, I don't really know him, but I see him. Here come George. Everybody's afraid. They go to school, George will get you. Or he'll try to lock us up. Like, I'm going to jail? I'm only 11. But you know what? That helped me. And that's what you need somebody. We need somebody to help you. And that's what we're here to help you to stay the road called straight.
What advice do you give your kids today, seeing as how everything is in the world? What's one good piece of advice you instruct your kids in terms of giving back with all the things that they have to deal with and see with today, that a lot of things that you didn't see growing up that you know they have to deal with today?
I tell my kids, I have 2 boys, one of them's actually right here. I tell them that you need to stay focused and believe in yourself and do something that, be around other positive people that can help you bring yourself up. And sometimes you need that in
Anything that you do. Understanding the why gives you focus, gives you direction, because a lot of times we tell our young people what we would like them to do, but if they don't understand the why behind it, it really a lot of times it doesn't have any substance,
Right.
because they don't make it theirs. But when they understand the why, then behind that becomes
That's right.
choices.
That's right.
And the choices you make can define your future,
That's right.
whether positive or negative.
That's right.
But understanding the why, making clear choices as to what you're going to be involved with and what you're going to do with your life,
That's right.
and sticking to that and being
That's right.
consistent.
That's right.
Once you understand those 2 components and you delve into whatever career path you take.
That's right.
College is not for everyone. There are so many different opportunities out there, trade
Mhm.
schools and all
That's
different
right.
other stuff. When you understand the why, you make the right choices. Stay consistent to what you put yourself into. And I leave them with, if you make the wrong choices,
That's right.
you can never say that you didn't hear it, because I said it to you.
That's right. Absolutely. That's right. You can't say you wasn't told.
You can't say
You can't say you wasn't told, And think about being young. Being young, as we tell our kids, that, you're still young. You have the time to regroup, It's not over. You got time. Now, those of us, we.
But check this one out.
Yeah.
I told some kids the other day, I said, let me tell you something. I've been young before. You've never been old.
Oh, come on now. You got to get over. You got to get over. You're old people. Yeah, but you got to get there.
You gotta get
You gotta get there.
If you want to get to this,
Yeah, you want to see us?
You gotta
Yeah,
put
you
in the
got to
work.
get there. You got to put in some work. And it's not like we didn't make no mistakes. We made a ton
Wow.
of mistakes. But you know what? We stayed focused. We stayed focused, and we regrouped and got back.
there you go.
And got back on it.
Okay. So both of you being right out of New York, what's one of your favorite things about the city? We get a lot of bad press in time. New York, there's always a lot of activity, and we have but if you had to speak to the world, what's one of the things you love about our city?
Man, New York is diverse. You whatever it is you want, from restaurants to entertainment, you have a wide variety that you're not going to get in a lot of different places. My wife and I talk about it all the time. We're about to be empty nesters.
Come on.
We like to travel. And when we think about possibly ever relocating, we say, when you think about New York and you think about other places, to just have the access. You go to other places, you got to drive.
Right.
New York, you could jump on a train, bus, Uber, and you're there. So,
I mean, the song alone, New York, New York. The song alone tell you, New York, New York. It's what it is, and we love New York, the food, the area. Some of the ambiance is incredible. Some of the high, tall buildings, I don't like that much height, but but they're beautiful. I look at them from a distance, but they're beautiful, all right?
City that never sleeps.
But there you go, the city that never sleeps. But I would love New York, not going too far from New York. New York's a great place and the diversity that Ray mentioned is tremendous here, and you can do a lot. You could, if you can't make it in New York, you can't make it
Yeah,
anywhere.
anyway.
This is the place to make it right here.
He's doing the whole song for you right now.
That's it. That's it. That's right.
Okay. So, all right. Now, taking it back to something a little more straightforward and personal. How did each of you first decided to get involved in ministry?
I say for me, I tell the story of time. It began in '03. I was in Iraq, actually sitting on the banks of the Euphrates River one night. That was the only beautiful thing about it, just the stars and everything out there. And I had I would say an encounter. And so at that particular time, just reevaluating my life up until that point, I said, if I can get out of here in one piece, it's time for me to do more. There's so much more to be done in the world, in the city communities, seeing people who are not afforded the same opportunities as we do, as we get here in this country. I visited, West Africa, and just seeing the young children in Ghana that just value the very things that we take for granted. I said, it's time to get our young people, like I said before, to understand the why behind things. And to figure out how we can make our block, our borough, our city better.
Well, I didn't choose ministry. Ministry chose me. God pulled on me in 1993. It was happening because something was going on. You can't explain certain things. Like I would hear gospel music, and all of a sudden I'm crying. Like, why am I crying? What's going on with this? And my mother said to me, she said, God going to use you one day. He said, God. And then she said, no, God going to get you. I said, well, what did I do to God? What do you got to get me? What did I do to God? And knowing me working with kids, it's been a passion. So then when I gave my heart to the Lord in 1993, I've always loved giving back to the young people. It's just something about the youth. You're always young. You always want to be 16, right? Well, no, we're not, but we always want to be 16. But it's just something about serving, seeing someone else's life change because you made a difference in their life. We don't need no accolades about that. It's just something. I worked in the nursing home, seeing the elderly and seeing the smiles on their face and they're 80 and 90, some actually 100. Seeing they smile light up because you made a difference. And so that's what kept me in the ministry all these years, and to God be the glory. And then when I got in ministry, I met my beautiful wife in ministry. Hallelujah. So that's what's for me. That's what God, He just pulled me, and I said yes to His will and yes to His way.
Okay. All right. So we're coming down to our wrap-up time now, and so what we want to do is we want to talk about some upcoming projects that will be going on, and some things that we're looking forward for. Both of you are looking forward to doing. So I'll start with you, Lester. What's some upcoming projects that are coming up that people can be looking forward to?
Well, we have our Reaching Out project, Give the World Love. Give the World Love, What the World Needs Now Love. We'll be releasing some music coming out. In fact, 4th of July weekend, we'll be actually at the Barclays Center singing the national anthem.
Nice.
Which is exciting. And so we're in the studio. We just want to give the gift that God given me and give it back. And so with the Give the World Love project, it all comes hand in hand. And so the Barclay releasing our music and just coming up with some great things, teaming up with this great, awesome man of God right here. I'm just looking forward to some great things.
Excellent, excellent. And for those of you listening, that's going to be July 3rd at the Barclays Center for the WNBA game. That will be the New York Liberty will be playing then. And if you go to LesterRobinson.com, you can go ahead and purchase your tickets right through the link there. And Ray, what are some of the exciting things that we have coming up with Project Hype?
Oh, well, the Saturday, July 24th, we'll be doing a Unity and the Community Day in conjunction with the Nassau County Police Department. And what they'll be doing is just highlighting all the best in that community. From restaurants to the local clergy, just everyone just, taking off whatever perspective hat they have, just taking it off their day, networking, showing, connecting the best of the best
Yes.
that Elmont has to offer, so that it's just another tool to bridge the gap between law enforcement
Yes.
and the community.
Sounds awesome.
Excellent, excellent. And for more information for that, of course, you'd go to Project Hype Inc., projecthypeinc.org, and from there you can reach out to all our social media and keep up to date with everything that we're going on, as well as you can also go to LesterRobinson.com. LesterRobinson.com. I had to double check with admin there. LesterRobinson.com to follow all the things that are going on there as well. Okay, so gentlemen, so some ending words as we're wrapping up. Anything else you'd like to add and say to the people out there?
Just commit to this movement. This, like I said, this is not a hashtag. This is a call to arms, a call for all people, no matter what your age, what ethnicity, background. This is an inclusive for everyone to take action and just expand and build upon the things that are going on in 2020. We marched, we lamented, we did a lot in 2020 and 2021. Now it's time to put all that hard work into action and show the world love is an excellent opportunity for everyone to get in love, to get in line, to get involved, and really spread this message.
Absolutely. I'm dittoing all that he just said. Everything he just said, ditto. I just think, again, we have to stay laser focused on the cause. It's not just a cause, this is a movement. And the movement is give the world love. And that's an everyday thing. It's not the one option, it's something we're just doing, we're having a moment. No, we'll have a movement, and we want to challenge you. We want to challenge you to get involved, show kindness, show love. That's what I would say.
Okay, so gentlemen, thank you very much. We want to remind everybody to keep looking forward to this. We will be putting out a podcast coming out soon with these wonderful two gentlemen coming out here and expressing what's going on. Please continue to watch and stay tuned for #GiveTheWorldLove. Thank you.
That's